Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome to my YouTube video stream, which I talk about down the rabbit hole shit. This is all for individuals who love common sense. I try to keep it down in the degree under like about half an hour to an half hour. So anybody out there who is a stick in the mud, who basically can't think outside the box, these videos are not intended for the masses of access. Listeners' discretion is advised. Listeners' discretion is advised. Because I am a sadist. The definition of a sadist is someone who likes chaos and neutral. I am neutral. I am a good person. I like when chaos occurs. Okay. I'm also a Satanist, but I do not worship Lucifer. Just don't tread on me. That's all it means. Okay. It doesn't mean anything evil. People get things misconstrued. So, of course, if you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fest, you put it down below. This is down the rabbit hole. And anyone who else that says down the rabbit hole, it's not down the rabbit hole like me, motherfuckers. It's not like you see these glasses. I may have some Caucasoid. I may have some Caucasoid in my blood, but I'm definitely not no Caucasoid. Let me see. I have crabs. My boy Chuck has joined, and now he has said he has crabs because he has fucked a whore Babylon. Why did you have crabs, Chuck?
Oh, I was just eating crabs.
You eat crabs? Oh, that's nasty, Chuck. That's fucking disgusting. Why the fuck would you want to eat crabs, Chuck? You know what crabs are?
Yeah. Who did you eat?
Listen.
You usually did your shows in the evening.
Well, let me fix this thing right here. Well, today I'm in the mood. I switched it. You know, I'm a technical person when it comes to touching buttons because I'm a gamer. Okay, so everybody should know how to do these meticulous things on the screen. Okay, anyone who pops up on here, I know them personally. These individuals are on my show because I know them. There's no such thing as a troll going to pop up on here and show a dick pic or something. But I digress. I'm not gonna. But Chuck, did you know what somebody sent me? Somebody sent me a picture of a crab. And did you know they are the bottom feeders of the fucking sea? Did you know that? They look just like a motherfucking roach. Huge.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see Jordan D? Did you ever see that picture?
Oh, the crab?
Yeah.
Not yet. I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, the crab is actually, it resembles a fucking roach. And when you yeah, and I was like, yo,
is that a different crab or what?
You know, the crabs, they look like a roach. You know how a roach it's scavengers of the earth, right? So I'm like, okay. I say I love crabs and lobster, man, but I know that meat is like a luxury. Okay, but anyway,
I know the shrimp that look like roaches. Something similar to that, but crabs that look like roaches. Never seen it.
That's crazy, man. But they're scavengers, though. Let me see. Today's topic will be about alpha women, Nawalts, hemp milk, and Coons. Now, when I talk about Coons, I'm going to be relating this to the George Floyd thing, that's going on here. So what the fuck is coon is? Somebody called me a coon. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck a coon is, motherfucker. Okay. And the thing is that people get all so bent out of fucking shape. Okay?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, how do you say that I'm fucking coon? Blah, 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 blah. Who's this? I mean, Steve. Welcome, Steve. Steve, who are you? What's going on?
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, are you blind? Are you listening? You know Stevie Wonder was not blind. Did you know that, right?
He wasn't?
Yeah, he wasn't blind all along. He was faking people. He could get sued for that. I felt bad for the motherfucker. He was like, he was getting married. How the hell do you get married?
Still alive?
Yeah, Stevie Wonder is still alive. I was like, the most latest news I heard about him is that he was getting a divorce from his wife. Probably taking half of the shit that he had. Okay, because I get these notifications and shit. Wasted space and time. Oh, Steve have left the building. But of course, it's okay. Yeah, he's blind as a bat and just can't hear. I think
He
he's
must
one
be
of my
shyer
friends.
than me.
Yeah. I forgot who Steve was because I talked to a lot of people, man. I told you I talked to hundreds of people. I just can't keep in touch with everybody, y'all. I love you, but I love you over to hit the million now. Okay, I'm getting older now. I'm getting my seat.
I guess Steve wandered away.
He'll probably be back, but he better not show nothing because I think he's one of my dudes that's from Bangladesh and shit. I told you I talk to people worldwide, and there's many different cultures and spaces and times and dimensions and unicorns and shit. But what's going on with you, Jordan D? Let's start with you. What do you want to talk about today?
Let's talk about what's going on right now with the riots and the outrage that's going on in Minneapolis and the other states as well. Let's talk about that.
Okay. Now, I want y'all to understand that I'm not your average man. I'm not your beat up head. I know as cringy as that sounds, there's a reason why I do shit like that. And if anybody's watching on the fucking YouTube, I said the word fucking yeah. Okay, YouTube is better. I am on YouTube, you jackass. Okay, what did he say? Look at that. YouTube is what the hell is he talking about? Do you have any idea what the hell he's talking about, Jordan D?
I have no clue. I have no clue what he's talking about. As far as I'm concerned,
if anybody's on, hold on. Anybody who's watching, you can write a comment down. Go ahead and watch a comment. I always post the comments up, so somebody may be watching on YouTube live stream, which this is live stream. I have crabs. I need you to mute your music in the background because I can actually hear every little piece of sound. Okay.
I ain't got no music on.
Oh, is that feedback?
Okay.
Maybe it's a dryer. I got a dryer on.
There's some music and something's going on in the background. But anyway, I said, what did he say? He said that I can't hear on the other platform. Okay, congratulations. You found YouTube. Congratulations, because that's what I posted at. Post on YouTube, you get more hits than Facebook, and then the rest of them, I don't care about the Patreon and all the other bullshit. I'm not doing the Twitter and all that stuff. I keep things simple. Okay, you can find me. I got it in the description box, y'all guys. Now, who just joined out here? Okay, let me see. Let's move that. Somebody's down here. Now, Steve, I have entered you into the realm of the rabbit hole. Who are you? Please remind me. Steve?
Yo. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What's going on, man?
Oh, okay. I know who you are. Yes. You're my Italian mobster friend. How you been, man?
Yeah.
Fix your mic.
Anyway,
You got to
I'm
get
Italian.
prepared before you go on the show. Huh? Your mic.
I can barely hear you. It's choppy.
Okay, that's probably a network. Jordan D, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. I have crabs. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
This is so motherfucking fun. So that means you are the odd one out. You're the weakest link, Steve. Why is that?
Martin just get on his desktop. Me, I have my Ethernet cord plugged in my laptop, and it's much better.
Okay. Oh, Steve has left. He has a lot of content to talk about sometimes. He was telling one day I met him on my messenger app, and he was talking about how to handle women, and he was like, he don't charm them. He do an influence approach. He said, "Come here. That's how Italians did it. Come here. I'm talking to you." I was like, yo, I've seen that happen before, but you got to really look really attractive. You can't be right?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about your topic, Jordan D. Sometimes we get off of the topic sometimes, but you got to remind each other what the hell are we talking about. We are going to talk about the topic for the day about the nigga with the knee, the cracker with the nigga with the cracker on a nigga's knee, on a nigga's neck. What do you think about that?
I think he should get more time, but you know it's not going to happen because Number one, the system's already messed up. Number two, because, well, since he's not of color, well, he may get less time. He may not get time at all. He may not even go to jail. He got arrested for sure, but he may not get, may not time at all. Maybe less. You never know.
Okay. Steve says that's him. I would say, oh, okay. The XY ghost. Oh, okay. I thought that was somebody else who didn't know nothing about YouTube. You know how I do my stream on YouTube. Steve, if you come back on, yeah, you cool and stuff, okay? Get your internet up, okay? Because I thought, hey, I talk all sorts of crazy shit. So, I was like, dude, who is this XY today? But you know what do you think will happen?
What do you think gonna happen? What think gonna happen to him?
Well, as I said before, I'm no coon, and I'm gonna give you a description of what a coon is. A coon is someone when you try to speak the truth, okay, and people try to shut you up. That's a coon. So majority of people are coons. Like individuals like Candace Owens and Larry King and all those individuals who talk about the other side of the fence. If you try to shut them out about their opinion, they are the ones. You telling me to shut up because I'm trying to tell you what my perspective is about that nigga getting the cracker's knee? Okay, I'm just like this. When I see something like that, I believe in karma. Okay, I don't care about the history of the man. I understand what went on. The fact that the past, I don't care about that stuff. When I see that out in the open, I saw the video. He was, and I'm not about it. I see one guy's on the right side. You see this? Did you see the video? Now he did this, and I believe that the knee didn't kill him. Okay, I believe that they killed him in the hospital because that looks strong as hell, right?
Right.
And on top of that, he may say I can't breathe because of what previously happened with somebody who can't. Okay, and I believe that they have that much force. They have to have another tactic of taking down these big motherfuckers. When I say big motherfuckers, I'm talking about individuals who are combative, who just don't want to obey direct orders and simple commands. Now, let me tell you something right now. Did you know statistics show that there are more crackers being killed by cops than? Did you know that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
I saw some videos where some crackers didn't have no weapons in their hands. This one guy gunned down. He was white on the ground, saying, "Please, please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me." Now, I don't know what was wrong with this cop, but he told him to put your legs behind your head or something a certain way, but he couldn't do it. And guess what this cop did? He shot him. He shot him with an AK, man. I don't know why he had a powerful weapon like that and shot that man like that. Now, the thing is that it happens all of the time. It's who controls the goddamn media is the answer here. If you think about it, who wants to race war? Who wants to race war?
I think, in my opinion,
okay,
and I hate to say this, I think blacks do.
You say what?
I think blacks do. Blacks
want a race war?
No, I say this because you have black people who commit crimes every day, kill each other every day, who are now being racist towards blacks and non-blacks every day in my city, in my state. And what I experienced and what I seen.
Okay. Yeah, I totally understand. I've been raised around blacks myself. And I realized this. I said, I put a spell on that shit when I was younger. I said that when I was living in Brooklyn, New York, right? Jordan D. I always wondered why when I go outside, it's usually a black on black crime. Right. And since I was in school and I got picked on by blacks. So I'm like, wait a minute here, okay? Something don't add up. If blacks are so suppressed through slavery, why can't they be like me? So I'm like, I would see guys using drugs and alcohol and alcohol, crack. That was that crack epidemic back in the 80s. And I would actually literally try to talk to them. And you know what these fools would tell me? They say, hey, you could be our gang leader. You know, as childish as that sounds, I have encountered shit like that. And that's why I say, okay, these niggas must die. These are called porch monkeys. And I heard the term porch monkey when I was like 19 or fucking 20 years old and shit. I'm 46 now. So I'm like, I see this karma and the magic occur, and I read up on some demonology and some hex spells. There are some niggas who just are just as sadists as myself. They love to see chaos and destruction. But I like to see chaos and destruction for all individuals, white, black, or green and yellow. I'm like a Martin Luther King, motherfucker. I'm not a Martin Luther King. I said Malcolm X. I take that back. Because Martin Luther King wanted to sacrifice, and he learned that shit from Mahatma Gandhi, even though Mahatma Gandhi was kind of racist himself. Right. And so now I see this shit going on with people getting hurt, and we got the, what's his name, Rodney King jurisdictions. And think about it like this. Ask me this question. Why is it every time I see a nigga who's attractive or who's really big or really too young, that's well known around the neighborhood, they get all the publicity? But when you hear a story like this story, let me tell you this story here. You hear about this story with this white woman walking up, but she was an off-duty police officer. She was a white woman. She walked up in this black man's apartment. His door was unlocked. I was like, he must have been living in a nice motherfucking area. She walked up in there and shot him dead. And you know what happened in the courts? You remember this story?
Oh, yeah. They let her go.
The family forgave the woman. Yep. And I was like, ah! So how many times this have to happen, okay? Do you think it's karma? What do you think it is?
Good thing that it's just hatred towards blacks. Blacks hating blacks. And this goes on every day. Every day. My neighborhood, my job, you doing my job, you see blacks mean mugging me, laughing and stuff like that. I don't pay no attention. The only thing I continue to do is just do my job, man, and get past it.
But let me tell you something here, man.
They say, look, there's little stuff like, oh, how much you make? And when I don't tell them, this black dude like, oh, he made $5 an hour. So I just looked at him and like just kept doing my job.
It's sad though, man, but it still happens. Racism, I do believe racism is existent about 30% in America. But the thing I don't want to hear excuses of from a nigga from the hood is that if you stacking your money, man, and they be telling me I should be their leader or some shit. I can't be a leader because I have to kill all of you. I can't tell you my secrets. If you stacking any sort of money, take that shit overseas, man. Take that shit overseas. Get your stacks. You sacrifice some souls, right, motherfucker?
Yep.
You a motherfucking killer. You a fucking, what the fuck you say you are? You a gangster? You a crip? You a fucking blood? You know anything about the blood clot, man? Okay, the motherfuckers who put voodoo spells on your ass, you killed the wrong motherfucker passively. Your ass is grass. Mahatma Gandhi said this. You better go back to your history and your time and recuperate your damages, because that shit gonna catch up to you, man. And I tell niggas, as if you doing this, you better escape as far as possible. Do some meditations, Buddha. That's why when I see black people, like Africans in another country, I know they're wicked individuals. I kind of figure because they probably escaped from another country. They killed off at least about 10,000 people. You know, they're into the religion. They're into Christianity and shit. And then they try to take people money and soul. They don't get back to community. What do you think about that?
Who cast spells and do that crap, they don't have much success. They don't have much success. I myself had a spell cast on me because I did a psychic reading on it. And of course, my ex-female friend did it because we had a lot of problems in our friendship, relationship. And me personally, I got away from her. And she liked me a lot. I liked her a lot. So I did the psychic reading about 3 years ago. And the reader told me that she cast a spell on me not to be successful, not to make any money, but to overcome that, you have to basically not think about it, let it go. She failed because I'm making money on the job, but online, that I have to get past that as well if I want to make money online from home.
But let me tell you something. If you have a pure
spells,
heart,
something like that, no, you can get past that. Now, if it's something like dangerous, it's serious. That's serious at that point. But go ahead.
Let me tell you something about spells. Spells have karma attached to it. I cast spells is reflective. That's called the hex. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, that's another video for right now. But I'm telling you right now, if you have a pure heart and you kill someone of a pure heart, that shit comes back. Why would you want to cast a spell who you don't know nothing about? Somebody told you to do something. I don't care what the fuck it is. That shit comes back on the caster. This world works in perpetual recycled energy and shit. And the thing is that if someone casts a spell on you and you feeling all that suffering and torment, this is why I try to teach chaos magic, man. I try to teach chaos magic throughout my videos, which is it's an esoteric knowledge that actually works. You have to go through suffering in order to get the blessing. That's what I'm going through with my wife. I said, hey, if I'm in the wrong, I should suffer all of the brunt, right? But if I'm not in the wrong, let my words, because the Bible is your word, okay, speak the truth. And everything I've been saying has been coming to light. It's like, wow, man. I'm telling you that chaos magic really works. Believing in yourself as God, believing in yourself as the Holy One, believing yourself as a deity, not them super demiurge gods, not the motherfucking gods that people worship and pray to because they live out of fear. But understand, no spell can be cast against you. And the Bible talks about this too. Woe is those who attack my children. Woe is those who, the fear of wrath shall come upon to them. Think about that shit, man. So go ahead.
My opinions, spells sometimes work and spells don't. Depends. It all depends. You can cast death on somebody. It may happen, it may not happen. Because if you enter the Bible, if you serve God, then that won't touch you. Because God don't like spells. He don't like magic. He don't like witchcraft. It's all a sin, basically.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's all about opinions, though. It's okay. This world, we're living in perpetual. Anything goes in this world. But I believe that what goes around comes around. And karma is naturally a fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I cast spells let's say, for instance, you're younger, okay? And you start reading and stuff. If you're innocent, I guess you cannot create any sins then, okay? If you don't know about it. Ignorance is bliss, because we're living in a contained unit. If we're living in these bodies and we can't be free, then that demiurge God caused us to think this way, and we are completely justified. So let's say you learned it and you kept learning it all your life, and you had a habit of breaking free from it. As long as it's done for a mutually good reason, it's really not destructive at all. It's only for your own protection and your own fucking good. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say anything goes in this world. We're trapped here. We can't really do too much. Somebody sent me a private message. Let me see. Okay, let me see. I'll talk to you later, but I got some cleaning to do. And then I'll say, okay. Yeah, because Chuck, he comes in here. He's kind of funny and stuff like that. And he's a quiet guy. I know him for over like 25 years. We walked in the bitter cold and the wind and the rain, walking up the terrace where it used to be nothing but white folks up there. But let me explain something to you, what a coon is. And let me go down the list here. Coons are the ones who deflect. They always make excuses for their own race. No one really talks about, so let's say, for instance, you start talking about like black on black crime. They automatically like, okay, you're a coon, man. They call you a coon. You talking about black on black crime. That's the number one thing. Now, I don't really listen to reports and media and stuff like that and statistics, but I know goddamn well that blacks do kill each other at an alarming rate. It's called rate. Okay, now crime rate, no, they don't do the most crime. That's not a fact because they're only 13% of the population, obviously. But if you're talking about the rate of speed in which niggas procreate and kill each other, it's a fact that they procreate faster and also kill one another than any other fucking race. I believe so. Okay, because I've lived here. I saw it. I'm like, damn, how many single black hood Negroette mothers is having kids? Like, goddamn, what the hell is the fall of the black community is because of welfare. It's because of whip. And I'm like, my mom was even part of that fucking system a little bit. I was like, yo, man, this is terrible. We can't come together if the women's falling on the head of the fucking draconians and the white masters, which they actually enslaved them in the first place. Because the white men, they're already out there in the woods and shit. They have nice paved ways and shit, and they're sticking together with their families. But the black community is the most prettiest. How the fuck is that possible? The black community is the most prettiest, the most exotic color in the world and shit. But then you have the most stupidest bullshit that I've ever encountered in my fucking life. Okay. And if you are one of the wise one that lived there and you start walking around these niggas, okay, you'd be surprised. I lived near the hillbilly section myself. I would, yeehaw, them motherfuckers are crazy, but they are taking care of the kids much more better than a black sister that's in the hood. How can I say that? Because of experience. So what do you think about that, Jordan D?
About welfare, right?
Huh?
About welfare, right? About welfare?
Yeah, whatever you think, whatever your opinion is. Go ahead.
Welfare should be taken away. I always thought years back, which is 6 years ago, that welfare wasn't a problem. Now that I discovered, of course, you know, Tommy Sotomayor in 2012, and he started to talk about welfare, that's when I realized that, hey, welfare needs to be taken away. Because once you take away welfare, the black community will get better. There's still crime going to be happening because they may be rioting and getting mad and destroying like they're doing now. But add this, you take away welfare. If Trump were to take away welfare, say in the next 2 weeks, this community right here that I'm living in, it's going to be chaos. It's going to be a whole lot.
It's going to be so
crazy. Man.
Women will start turning to African queens, and they'll start turning to fucking. These hoes will start turning into fucking virgins.
Exactly. The black women here don't like me. The black women here like me because I don't kiss their ass. I don't associate with black women here in this neighborhood, and I'm kind of like you say, like I have crabs. I'm kind of like a quiet person myself. I don't associate myself with that out there. I don't. And that's what pisses them off because I don't associate myself with black women, these niggas. I don't associate with them. Most of the time, I associate myself with good people or just be by myself. But welfare, in my opinion, have to go, man.
Yeah, I believe that women, to not talk about women too much. The nature of women is so easy to me because I was an ex-fetish gigolo in my past. I learned everything from them. They tell me this information. And women tell me that's not true. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You know, I've been raised all around women all my life. I hang with all different colors of the rainbow. So I talk to pedophiles in my inbox. I talk to fucking rapists and fucking criminals. They talk to me personally and shit. Then they start deleting themselves and moving themselves. So they live in different countries. They're all around us and shit. But the psychology is very clear and simple. Is that there's all sorts of folks out there who's willing to feed off the system, especially the Negroettes. They're the ones who pull the system down again. And whose fault is that? It's the illuminating ones, the shapeshifters ones, because they like chaos. Okay, as I said before, every white person is not the same. Okay, let's understand that. Okay, and you already know they fight against one another and shit. Well, the niggas ain't got nothing to do with nothing because we're this collateral damage. We're used as cattle and stock and shit like in NFL and NBA fucking A. You know what I'm saying? Blacks are worth $2 trillion. What the fuck is Oprah doing?
That I didn't know. That I didn't know.
Man. And I keep telling people, I said that, okay, look at Michael Jordan. He wept because niggas was buying his Jordans and shit. So why don't you reinvest your motherfucking money for educational shit directly into the hood yourself? What do you do, Jordan and Oprah? What the fuck are you doing? Michael Jordan. I understand they do contribute something. They're giving something. But then I don't think they're doing enough. I think they should implement something to where, okay, pay the whores of Babylon, the black women, to re-educate themselves on how to treat a man, okay? but they don't want to control their lives. I think that's the best and direct way to help the Black community. Because I know this happened before during the Black Panther Party movement and sisterhood. But the most destructive thing of all is Black feminists. Because the Black feminist is the thing that caused Gloria Steinem still to move the media forward with the white masters. Okay. And then the Illuminate ones picked it up with the Project Chaos and shit. And CIA operatives type shit. They covered it up. Okay. They were like, oh, okay, we're gonna make this to where we're gonna give women rights. But of course, it's the illuminated ones. I do not try to put a tag and say it's all white folks. I do not do that because I know there's other races amongst us who look human, but they're really not human. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I see something like that, okay, where these black feminists is encouraging women to feel equal to a man, that's a great folly. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't hate all women. And that's one thing I want to talk about right now. I want to talk about that, which leads on to this right here. It says alpha women, okay, Nawalts. Alpha women are cool. Dragging alpha females not to talk. They have something in common with a man, right? Okay, they have something fire. They spit fire. I met a couple of them. Okay, but they can be big hugs. There, you gotta watch out for that. There's a catch-22 when you talk to a female who have a lot of knowledge and shit. So women having in common is a Nawalt or a unicorn. And on top of that, a unicorn is really a virgin. So a virgin, to me, a unicorn is a virgin, a female who has fire knowledge. Like my wife, I thought she was a woman. Okay. We talked for 4 years before I met my wife. She was a virgin. I lost my virginity to her at the age of fucking 31. Okay. And of course, I had to travel over to Ethiopia to see it because I know what a hymen looks like. And please, guys, please, women and dudettes and doctors, please, anecdotal evidence is more prominent than scientific method. Please, I do my own personal experiences, and you do your shit as a group and conglomerate, okay? As time change, people change. The hymen is not easily broken, especially over there in Africa. They make sure them bitches be having their hymen over there. They be putting eggs in their pussy and shit and snakes. And come on now, that shit is not broken. If it's found out to be broken, they're exiled. I don't want to hear this shit. Okay? They even got medallions to protect women from feeling equal to a fucking man over there called the Lilith medallion. Have you ever heard about this before?
No.
You can look it up yourself. It's a protective charm. Because I did some research on this shit and I was like, yo, that's crazy. So these women won't feel that they're superior or equal, okay? And so I'm not looking down on women. I understand women's nature, like I said before. But women don't tend to understand to put themselves in a humbler position because men are the builders, men are the ones who just logic, you know what I'm saying? And when women try to take that power away, as I said before, the draconians allowed the feminist movement to occur. The black feminists who were already living in the goddamn house master slave house back in the 50s and 60s was encouraging the white women to stand up to your man. And when the black woman had that power, even Gloria Steinem said it. She was encouraged 10 times by a black woman, a black sister, to move with the feminist movement and shit. Just like this Me Too. Me Too movement is a political stand, okay? Of course, you know, to pull down good men. They're not even going to talk about strong black men. They're going to talk more about strong white men over fucking black men, okay? Because black men have always been superior in alpha technology and the phallus and the pole and the chocolate Tootsie Roll. Okay? But of course, that's another subject. But of course, alpha women do exist. But there's two types of alpha women, and the alpha women are basically this. If she got a lot of money, she has a right to say what she please in her house. What do you think about that?
I agree. If she has a lot of money, she can say what she want to say and do what she want to do. Now, when she come to my house, I'm calling the police. You can't be here. You can't be here. You got to go.
I'll just tell you, man.
Hey, you got to go.
An alpha woman, listen to this, man. Right. It's like if I met an alpha female with a lot of money, I'll be her servant and shit. I don't give a fuck what she tells me to do, as long as she gives me my happiness and simplicity as a subservient motherfucking bitch in the house. Okay, because it's like this. You can still be alpha in an alpha woman's house, right? But a good alpha woman will take care of your ass, and she will give you a way out. Like I tell people all of the time, like you know, if I'm an alpha male and I tell my wife, okay, this is what I like you to do. These are small things. If you want a divorce, I will give you a divorce. Okay, you know, the alpha does not mean that you're this a narcissist or some shit. Okay, or some sort of stuck up badass who disrespects. It's not like that at all. People keep thinking that okay, alphas are all like fucking narcissists. I don't think a lot of people know what a motherfucking alpha is. They lost. It's in lost in translation. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm a good alpha. At least I told you up front what to expect. That's an alpha. They tell you what's up front. They tell you what they have. They put everything out there so you know you have the tools to take instructions. Like I told my wife all this stuff. Before I get you here in this country as alpha, I control everything. Don't try to control anything by the fucking white daddies, the sugar daddy, whatever. Don't try to change your mind, because if you want to change your mind, I can get you back to a plane ticket back to Ethiopia. It's not a hard problem. Now, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Everybody else looking outside in my relationship, who the fuck are they? I'm not abusing my wife. And 9 times out of 10, if I'm alpha and I told you in advance what I'm trying to do, that doesn't make me an abuser nor a bad person. Okay? And I say, one thing I got to say about alphas is that there are women who are called divas. Them bitches got a loud mouth. They ain't got no money. Okay, women these days don't have no money for that gigoloing and shit, escorting and shit. I say, hey, I charge $25. They can't even come up with $25 an hour. These bitches are broke. These bitches don't have no fucking money. And I try to tell guys all the time, she ain't got no money. You ain't got a personality. Why the fuck are you fucking around? You ain't got a personality. And I try to tell guys all the time, if you can't sit there, like how I'm talking to you, okay? I'm not talking to you like my bitch or anything. I'm just saying, if you can't sit there and just have at least a half an hour worth of conversation to talk about, you shouldn't even be around the bitch. It's a waste of fucking time. I go to all different types of females and shit. You have to be a renaissance. You got to read everything. You got to start reading some more books and stuff. Women don't have conversations. Women don't know. They don't know how to have conversations. Most women's conversation is zilch. Zilch.
I gotta give you one. Freeze frame. I gotta give you one because I used to work for this guy named Mr. White at a moving company. I think it was about 4 months ago. I wanted to speak to him and him only. So what he did was he put his wife on, and his wife wasn't having no conversation. She was just rambling on and rambling on. I asked her, why do you think that the COVID virus is really going on? She said something about God and all that, and she just kept going and going. She had no pause button at all. I hung up on her the first time. I called him back. I said, I want to speak to you about this situation. He put his wife back on. I completely hung up the phone and said, fuck it.
Do you know the reason why he probably put you on the phone with his wife? Wink. You know, white men are kind of fetishy. They're kind of goofballs like that. He probably wanted you to fuck his wife.
It was a black woman. Yeah. Black man, black woman.
Oh, you said the guy, that his wife? Okay, wife. The guy was black. Okay.
Both of them are black.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe he wanted to, because these days, these fruity niggas, they eat booty hole these days. There ain't no more true niggas no more. And I'm not really a light skinned nigga, but I got a big nose, just like fucking George Floyd and shit. But I'm not arrogant. But I'm just like, please, man, niggas these days ain't no niggas no more. They will pull down their pants for any nigga if they want some money and shit. I'm telling you right now, man. The gift of gab is not in women's forte. Okay? It's not there. Okay? And if you know, you don't really need to talk that much. I found another way of talking to women. You just go boo 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 all the time, and you touch them on the ear and shit on the back of their neck. That turns them on, man. They have to fucking be. He gonna call me in my stream. This is what I don't like. People are in my messenger app, right?
Right.
And they know I'm on a stream. Okay, but I don't really invite everybody, right? Some people I can't understand them, so I don't invite them on my fucking stream. Okay, so I'm like, why are you hitting me up on my stream when you know I do stream? Okay? This is bullshit. Okay. So what do you think about that, man? You know, like you know, you don't have to say that much because I was watching a lot of documentaries and I was watching a lot of pimps, which are the negative side of alpha, and they basically like they don't really say much. They just tell them what to do, like the Steve guy. I told you before. I said, what do you think about that?
What? Sorry, your sound's cutting in and out. Sorry about that. But
yeah, you see what I'm talking about? See when he calls in and stuff and he fucks up my audio and shit. I gotta start blocking him and shit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Oh, your sound going out again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you know he calls me on that WhatsApp. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you stay here for a minute. Let me see something here for a minute. Okay.
All right.
Processes. Okay. Let's hold on for a moment. I'm gonna do something here. I want to see if this works. Turn it sideways. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do one thing. Okay. Go here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it sound clear now?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's what I had to do. I had to go into my menu settings on the sidebar here and then go to device refresh. Okay. But of course, you can hear me now clearly.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to mute this guy because sometimes you know how you have a good stream and someone just disturbs it. What kind of messages does the universe talking when it does that? Isn't the universe about chaos, right?
Yep.
And that's a beautiful thing about this.
You have some people who just don't care. They just don't care. They do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand if you just basically just going on YouTube to listen to somebody, but just trying to join a video chat or audio chat, they don't care. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah, so let's continue talking about this alpha women here, okay? I think it's best for if you to do me an alpha female and she's upfront with you and she got a dragging conversation and shit fire conversation, she's a keeper. But 9 times out of 10, she's not going to be a virgin. And always give a woman the benefit of the doubt by bringing everything up front. Give her a chance, okay? Because I've been called a psychopath simply by putting everything on the table, and that's a terrible thing to go through, okay? Let's continue. I want to talk about those other subjects I was talking about. Nawalts are basically unicorns, okay, and they're virgins, okay. Now, and that's I want to make people understand that. And Nawalt was a rare woman, okay, who don't exist, okay. And if you go to another country, you'll find plenty of them, but they might not have a fire conversation because their English and their education on becoming a Renaissance is not there, okay. But other than that, you just want to procreate and have the biggest family as possible. Marriage is not necessary. Okay, but let's continue on what I was saying. Okay, let's see. I mean, a little area, my typing area. Okay, so we talked about alpha women, we talked about coons, we talked about Nawalts, and I want people to understand something here. What I think about this George Floyd thing, I believe that everybody deserves some sort of karma, no matter if it's Terrence Rice or the Skittles kid or whatever. You got to be careful what you do in your past. Okay, and let me see what else is there to say here. With Black Lives Matter, when you start focusing in on the murder rate of black on black crime, once we get that out of the way, we can go to the next step. Once we can understand how women are not equals to men, okay, we can go to the next step because women don't read the Bible. Okay, we know this. We know they don't like to humble themselves. And also, I want to talk about also for coons. Coons usually are stuck in the past. They think about the pathology, but don't understand the pathology. I asked a nigga, I said, "Have you been in slavery?" What's the answer? They say no. I say, okay, that's the good step, right?
Right.
So if you're never a fucking slave, what is the next step to do? Not focus on the media. That's the next.
Yep.
People watch. so much TV. It's preposterous. You can't focus on family when you're watching TV and eating every fucking Sunday or fucking chicken dinners and shit and fucking killing each other. You can't fucking focus. I'm in the hood and I live with my family and I see them watching TV every day. I said, have you thought about going outside or some shit? Have we ever thought about stop eating fucking barbecue all of the time and eating these fucking chicken hogs and pigs and shit and feet? Nobody play video games. Niggas don't play video games as much as crackers do. Okay.
I don't play my Xbox that much. So my PS4 in the living room. I barely even play my PS4. Xbox One, a little here and there. My PS4, maybe 1 or 2 months.
Let me see. Okay.
I'm going to watch TV in the living room.
Yeah, I try to play. My daughter got my system now. You know what I'm waiting for is the no loading systems, and the Xbox Series is going to win this hands down. Now the PS4, they're 5 and shit. I don't care. I'm tired of loading screens. I really want to put the money into it and the time into it. That's where you make a lot of money, man. And see, I have a bubbly personality, and so can you have a bubbly personality because you got beauty and looks on your side. Okay? You got that dark colored chocolate shit with you, okay? You just go on the internet, you just start. People will watch you. I know they will, okay? But other than that, gaming you can make a lot of money. It takes time and a little. If you're a good commenter, okay, you just start talking about the problems in the game and shit. That's all you really need to do. You could do a video log on any type of game, old school games, and you'll probably be successful with that. But other than that, there's not a lot of videos out there. There's a lot of similar videos that are the same on YouTube and Twitch and Mixer and shit. But my shit is pretty unique because I look strange in my videos. I don't look the same as everybody else. I'm not really competitive. I judge games according to how it's made by the developers and shit. But other than that, okay, I do say shit and I do say fucking my videos and shit. But other people, I'm in a shit mode today. Okay. My wife has gotten on my nerve to the point. I try to tell my wife, hey, say you still have time so we can have peace time. Okay, because she's getting older and I'm getting younger. Okay, and when you're getting a woman who's getting older and you're getting younger, you gotta get rid of that bitch. You gotta get rid of that bitch. Because if she's like getting cranky, she's getting that middle pause and shit like that, and she thinks she can get away with shit by calling the cops on you, but it don't work. You know, that's things you got to think about. But I knew all this shit was going to happen in the first place. Okay. And I want to talk about something else. This reparation thing has to stop. Niggas got to stop talking about reparations. The only niggas that deserve reparations is if you're linked to one of the ancestors that got robbed and you can find it. Okay. Or the fact that you got caught up in jail by racism. Right?
Right.
What do you think about that?
I agree. A lot of black people in my neighborhood, they continue to talk about it.
They never take the blame.
I was like, I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, they don't never take blame for themselves. If you're a black person, right, the adios and shit. I hope that whole adios thing, whatever they're doing, is focused on incarcerated Negroes, niggas in the hood. I mean, the niggas who were wrongfully convicted. Niggas that spend 40 or 30 years in jail and they're being forgotten all of the time. That's sad. And have you watched that TV show on Netflix called When They See Us? Have you seen that?
No.
It's about these kids and stuff was in the wrong place, the wrong time because of the horror Babylons and shit. They're at night and shit, Central Park, based on a true story. And the female, the Snow Queen, she wasn't really involved too much. Okay, it is basically one of the open and closed case. They took innocent children who had nothing to do with the rape, all because she was white, and they wanted to put them under the jail. One guy, he served like fucking 14 years in jail, man, 20 years in jail, all because of a female saying she was raped, but she didn't really do anything. She didn't say it was a black person and shit. So other than that, those boys was wrongfully, and they got 41 million out of the 4 boys. They got $41 million. That's like about 10 million a piece, right? And they doing things. The Innocent Project was created by one of the kids. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, the Innocent Project was created by one of the kids that got wrongfully convicted for a while, and they coerced the children as they were young to say things that they did not say. This is why it's illegal to fucking for any police officer or authorities to monitor and question children before they go to court and shit, because they can be coerced, and that's a dangerous motherfucking thing. It's called When They See Us on Netflix. Okay,
yeah, I gotta
one
get
of my
that. I gotta get Netflix. I don't have Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix is only $14 right now. I think they creeping up on me with that fucking bill. They better stop that shit. They creeping up on me on that bill. I said, yo, that bill was like $9 when I first started. Now it's $14. Yo, my limit is only 15, and I'm cutting you off.
That's the same thing with Comcast too. I got prepaid, so I pay $45 a month. Only 45. If you don't get the prepaid, they increase the bill with internet bill by itself.
That's bullshit. And I think it's called gouging and shit, extortion and shit. And they have to stop that. It's one set rate for everybody. I'm getting all this bullshit in the mail and shit. And then I know they're going to try to increase their rates and just trying to be sneaky upon it. That's not going to happen. People are going to start becoming aware of the scams and this extortion, especially women are the biggest extorters in the world. I know I talk about women too much, but here, let's talk about something else here. We talked about that. Okay. I want to, before I go, I want to talk about hemp milk, because it's almost about to get to the hour mark, and I want people to know that hemp milk is a better substitute. Yes, I'm a Dr. Sebi fan. Okay, yeah. Hemp milk is a very good substitute over the regular milk. Okay, and these are the ingredients that you need to get. You need to have a blender, right. Hemp seeds, which is the hearts. The hearts in the center. Okay, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you too. Organic coconut milk, right. And agave, okay, and a little bit of sea salt. I'd rather use Himalayan salt because it has more of the amino acids and shit in there. Okay, but I'll show you. I have that. Huh?
I said I have Himalayan salt. A lot of it.
Yeah, Himalayan salt is a better option than regular sea salt. And of course, when you blend this in the blender, it tastes excellent, man. You just gotta chill it and make it cold to put it in your cereal, and it can make you high. Think about it. It makes you high, gives you an energy burst. Okay? Yeah. Let me show you what it looks like, because a lot of people don't know how to eat healthy, and I just got it in the mail. Okay, this is the one I got from Amazon. Hemp hearts. Okay.
Oh, I've seen that before. Actually, I had a bag of that before.
This is only like $15. It's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I wouldn't do not recommend. This says organic, but it says non-GMO, which is good, but it's good to get a agave. Okay. And that's to sweeten it up.
Oh, look.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's just a spoon. You only need a spoonful. Okay. You don't need a whole lot. You can measure it yourself. And then I got sea salt, which I shouldn't have got this, but I did buy it. And then you need some real coconut milk. Some real coconut. It's not coconut milk, but coconut oil. Okay. The coconut oil gives it that texture. Okay. Someone was telling me about. When I found this out, I said, I need another substitute of milk. Milk is not really made for human beings. It's not really a good thing to eat in your system. Okay. But other than that, y'all should eat more healthy and watch some of my videos, which I talk about health all of the time. As part of my information comes from Dr. Sebi himself, and I believe they killed him just as they killed many other individuals. Okay, so what else is there to talk about on my list here? I want to talk about what do you think about that stuff I was just talking about?
On the health part, right?
Yeah.
You should always, mostly, again, in my opinion, go for fruits and herbs, and then the raw vegetables. My opinion, grains, milk, and all that stuff is not good for you. You can have portions of it, okay. Too much of it is not good for you because it back up your lymphatic system. It clog up your kidneys, and then it creates acid.
Well, let me tell you something about Metamucil. Y'all should get fiber is good for your bowels. Okay, right. Metamucil actually helps you starve off hunger, and it cleans your bowels. And also prune juice. Prune juice is very potent. Okay, You put a little bit of that in there, and okay, you just drink that. I drink that raw. Okay, I just drink it. Okay, and sometimes I don't drink that much because even Eddie Murphy, he says every breakfast morning he drinks prune juice and raisin bran because bran is good. Okay, oat bran is good. Okay, but now these days they putting a lot of chemicals in it, so you just got to read the ingredients, peoples. Okay, and that's what I wanted to say about that. Okay, a lot of people don't eat healthy, and then you got the COVID, and you thinking that okay, this not karma. The earth has its own motherfucking karma. Okay.
Yep.
And so people don't understand this type of shit. Now, as I said before, anybody watching me and they got any questions, speak or forever hold your peace. The only way to come on my stream is if I know you personally, because I don't want any surprise trolls. Because I've seen it done on some videos. I was on a show and then somebody show a dick picture or a porn video and shit, and then I didn't even know who that was. I would not invite. But other than that, we talked about multiple things. Hey, listen to this. I want to talk about what is a coward too. The next video I'm going to talk about, we could talk about another one because I like to keep my videos down for like 1 hour. The next episode is going to be if you want to do this tomorrow on Sunday, just tell me. Tomorrow I want to talk about what is a coward. What does it mean to be a texting man rather than a talking man? Because I've encountered too many guys who like to text rather than talk on fucking Facebook, Messenger app, and I don't understand that. Okay. And who are the indigos? We're gonna talk about our day.
Sorry about that. But the message app on your phone, you say you have to be careful with that because if you install it on your phone in periods of time, they say people can get access to your information, as well as your photos as well. So,
well, the whole purpose of life is to not be too paranoid because I'm paranoid. Don't get me wrong, but if they want something from you, they can get it. And I don't understand if you're using your phone and you typed any personal information, everything is linked. A true hacker don't need your Facebook, and they don't even need your YouTube. Your information is already out there. So it's not wise to be too paranoid about it. I say, I can't be afraid of speaking. It's just the audio, like you're talking back and forth. It's like you're making a call. They can hear you. You can actually tell if they're listening in on your conversation because sometimes you hear echo or some shit or some kind of static, some shit like that. But other than that, what I want to talk about also is Candace Owens and her marriage to her white male counterpart. I also want to talk about what do you call it? Making love versus sex. Okay, having sex. Okay, that's gonna be in our next video. Okay, so if you want to do this tomorrow, we can. Anyone who wants to do a stream with me, talk to me personally in my messenger app, guys. Right now, I'm on Mandell Evans. Okay, and so I just circled all those things I wanted to talk about because I don't want to talk about everything in one night. Because I do my research before I come on the show.
Right.
Let's look at the board and start rambling on and talking. But a lot of people can't do what I do. So what's his name? Charlene Swan said leafy green vegetables is also good. Yes, definitely indeed. Definitely is indeed. They also berries, elderberry, acea berry, okay, yum berry, okay, wolfberry. These berries are very exotic and they can't survive on a plane if they come from another country. But the thing is that they have a way of encapsulating these types of berries, which I talk about things far more extensive than Dr. Sebi, okay, even though that I love the man, okay. I've been talking like this ever since I was a child, okay. And I'm not a scientist. I think moderation is the key because some people can eat all of the poison foods in the world and survive much longer than they can. And Mr. So-called Brother Polite, a shout out to him, of course, and everybody else. Okay, Brother Polite has 4 wives, but I don't know if his wives were virgins or not. So now he probably was dating prostitutes. I don't know. But nobody listens to me. But it's a cool. So what else would you like to talk about? Go ahead.
Also, the vegetables are the building blocks. Mm-hmm. But once you, first off, it's called fruitarian. Once you completely detox and heal and remove all the acid from your body, then you go to the vegetables for the building blocks. Say, for instance, if you want to regrow teeth, if you want to regrow your nails, and that sort of nature, you have to go to vegetables as well. People think that you can't regrow your teeth, but you actually can.
How do you do that?
All raw vegan diet. All raw vegan diet. all raw vegan diet. Teeth can regenerate, your teeth can heal, but you have to remove the acid from your body first, which is kidneys, your liver. The acid can be in your head, the acid can be in your lower body, the acid can be everywhere.
Alkaline of the body. That's what Dr. Sebi talks about.
Yes.
Getting electrolytes in your system, making sure you work out appropriately so your lymphatic system can actually sweat. If you don't sweat, you get sick. If your gut, you have a gut, and I tell people all of the time, I told you all of the time that I'm not your average man. I'm not your beater man. I know I have to say, but your gut tells about your personality. Everything about your gut is really gonna gut your ass. Okay, it's gonna gut your asshole. Okay, that's what I tell people all the time. Please watch your gut, and don't tell me you eat ass. Don't tell me you eat ass, man. I really don't want to hear that bullshit. Okay, because that's not a nigga like trait. That's a Caucasoid, homosexual type trait, mixed breeded type. That's a fetish type trait. Everybody got their own little fetish. Some people eat ice. Some people eat shit. Some people like to be pissed on. Some people like to eat Bloody Mary. Okay, go down on a woman on the red blood mode, or whatever. Okay, but other than that, okay, let me see. What a Charlotte Swan says. When you say acid, you mean drink more water to flush it out. Acid means that that the milks, the breads, the cheeses, the starches, anything that tastes good to you, like the sugars. This eliminates sugars. Work out more because you don't have a balance in your body. That, to me, that's what acid means. You know, your stomach hurts. You get constipated, right? Okay. So when you get constipated, that's a form of that acid reflex going back in your system. I might not be too technical about it, but I'm just saying, use common sense. You eat it and you get a headache after a day or two. There's free radicals in the body. There's more than just acid here. There's more than that acid here that you're going to avoid. It's called free radicals in the body, man. You know that goddamn oodles and noodles, those packets you be eating and shit like that? Yep. All that stuff is full of fucking free radicals and stuff that cannot be easily destroyed in the body. And when the acid hits you,
sorry about it. It's more man-made because it's made by a person. If you grow fruits and vegetables, they're electrolytes, they're alkaline. That's what's good for you. Go ahead.
Okay, but look at this. As a matter of fact, if you live your life, you know, by isolation, which I said chaos is much more prominent than being religious. Being religious is a form of acid again in your fucking body. And to me, whoever you congregate yourself with is a form of acid as well. Your psychological can give information to your head to be acid. Okay, if you I have more drinks in my food. See, I have more drinks in my refrigerator than the food that I eat. I got mushrooms down there, and some of the food that's in there is more likely to be poisonous. Okay, like I'll show you a great example here. You know, I really do not recommend this, but I drink a sip of it. See the word sip. This little bit of poison, okay, which is basically coffee that everybody's acid stomach, okay, you know, there's carcinogens in coffee that can cause cancers, okay. I drink that type of shit because it gives me a spunk, a real boost if you sip it. And now, also, let me show you one other thing here, okay. You sip this. This is electrolyte, the Pedialyte, okay. You know, everything is about a sip in moderation. People don't know who Jack LaLanne is. Jack LaLanne is my awesome role model who said, if you juice your food, you live a longer life and more healthier. You can't be eating heavy foods, cheeses, and garlics. Okay, even garlic is a form of acid, but there's different types of acid you got to watch out for. You got to be balanced on that type of stuff. Use common sense. If you eat it and you get a headache, why the fuck do you have a headache? Think about it. If your stomach hurt or you ache on one leg, you laying down too much circulation. You're not getting enough circulation. You don't get enough sun. Most people don't do nothing. All they do is do the same thing over and over perpetually. And they're going to relive that shit in their motherfucking next life. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, what else is there to say, John D? I also, if you come up on my show, I always post your information, and I also post your Cash App. So everybody has needs now. I'm a schizoaffective, okay, but I consider myself. Go ahead.
What do you think diseases and viruses come from, in your opinion?
Well, you know what Dr. Sebi says. Dr. Sebi says viruses don't exist, okay? And I'm like, what? Really? I get confused when someone that's telling me some new information, shit like this. It is a bacterium. So you can't say bacterium don't exist, okay? But I'm pretty sure that there's something out there that exists. But you call it like the COVID, the virus COVID, okay? That was probably modified and genetically fucking created. You know, the Wuhan library. I don't give a fuck, lab or whatever. Let me see. What's it? Charlotte Swan says exactly. You need to be mindful of cause and effect, which most people are not mindful at all. Okay? Most people are just uncritical thinkers when they're into their daily activities. They're religious. Okay, and to me that's an acid. Okay, and if you're socializing and you're in the media, I don't mind playing video games. Okay, with other people. But a lot of people don't talk about things the nitty gritty. They're not alpha. A virus can exist and it can destroy the body. Okay, because that's what I saw, and I'm not saying it's a fact because no one knows what a fact is. As I told you before, I'm a philosopher. I'm not supposed. I'm more of a person who likes anecdotic knowledge and evidence rather than just going on some shit that you read somewhere on the internet. Have you ever seen an atom before, John D? Have you ever actually went to a classroom and actually broke down and you saw an atom and a proton and a neutron?
No.
Okay, so what makes you think that is real?
Real. Tough question to ask. That's a tough question. I think it exists because
you think it exists.
I have no answer. I have no answer.
See, if people started taking Socrates' notes from his Greek philosophy and knowledge from the past, it's called the Socratic method. Usually can break people down and destroy them by asking critical, constructive questions to break down what they actually know. When I say I know something, I really don't know, because we could be living in the world right now full of illusion right now. I don't know. But I usually say this because it's like a figurative speech or something. I think I know, and therefore I am, okay? But no one really knows, okay? I don't even know if you exist, okay? You understand how that semantics works?
Yes.
Okay, so if I met you in person, do I believe that you are a real person because your personality traits, okay, your characteristics? No, I don't know that. You could be a robot from another world, dog. You could be a robot from another world, and then I'll get confused about that. And then that's how you become paranoid. And I think it's wise for people still be paranoid, because we live in this matrix. And if you saw the matrix before, you understand what I'm saying clearly, okay? Someone could be sitting right next to you, and it could be a program, okay? But the thing is that it's just to be safe than sorry. Now, why am I getting all these goddamn messages? Getting all these messages about all these reports and people getting fear tactics and shit. I said, hey, they say I have negative O blood, which is one of the rarest bloods, okay? Part of the golden blood, the RH factor or some shit. But I don't really care. I don't know. I don't know if these juju beads actually work, but I have been blessed by these beads for some reason. And as soon as I got them, I got my money. I got my stimulus. You know,
yeah.
Weird, right?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't think I qualified for my stimulus and shit. I told him, I said, yo. So now I can live over here and live by myself and stuff. My wife is over there. I come over there anytime I want. Okay. Yeah, but I circled those things I want to talk about. If you want to get on the show tomorrow, if you want to talk and you want to have another show for tomorrow. Today, I'm going to be going to shopping and get me some cheers and stuff. I ain't got shit in this place. I got my Wii U. You know the good thing about these good systems, these little systems here?
Yeah.
That's over there right there. Is that they're becoming more handheld. Nintendo is on the right path. And actually, Nintendo is the most fun, it's the most entertaining system, okay, when it comes to family-oriented games. But a lot of people are not going to acknowledge that, okay? They're easy to play games. And when you go into Microsoft, Xbox and shit, they're right in the middle ground, okay? So they're both like, you know, you know Nintendo, that Microsoft joined Nintendo. Did you know that, right?
Nope, I didn't know that.
They join in their shit. They join in on their Switch. And I told you before, all systems will eventually come together. So be patient. Just be patient, you guys. Don't be so fast to get these systems when they come out, because these systems are going to blow our minds, take us to other realms that we never experienced before. I like my systems like convenient, okay? So I don't like a PC, because if you go offline on a PC, you can't play all your games. How about them apples? And I told people all of the time, you a fanboy. Oh, you like to be completely all of the time linked to a goddamn internet. Okay, so that's not cool. All my games, I pay hundreds of different games for only $1 or $2 or some shit like that. But you can't play them motherfuckers because you offline. You're offline, but you can play your games offline on a system. Store your CDs, man. CDs are necessary. I don't like the digital thing. They take up more space. That's the negative downside for downloading digital games. I hate them. Okay, they take up a huge amounts of chunks of information. I had to get an external hard drive for my daughter because some games, which is probably only like $20, take up like 40 gigabytes of space. Wow, man. 40 gigabytes. This one game called The Plague, Innocence Plagued on Xbox One. It's such a beautiful game. I looked at the gigabytes. It's so cheap and it was so fun to play. I was like, Jesus Christ. By the time you put like 10 games or 14 games on there, you got to spend another $100. I'm like, Jesus Christ, they have to start condensing these fucking games down, man.
And the thing I love games. Yeah. Sorry. The thing it do is, I had a lot of games on my Xbox. What it would do is it would reset all the memory on the games you play, and then you got to start all right, way back over. I was pissed off. There was one game I was playing called Ninja Gaiden 3. Razor Edge.
I beat all of them. Okay, it's pretty good. Yeah.
So I had so many games on this Xbox that it started the whole game all over and had to start way back over. I was like, man. So I had to delete some games on my Xbox.
So what you talking about, Xbox 360 or Xbox One?
Xbox One. Xbox One.
Yeah, I do not recommend anyone getting the first batch of systems when they come out. Do not. You probably purchased it as soon as it came out, right?
2016. I didn't first purchase it. I didn't first purchase it. No.
Okay, you must have waited, but that's why you always keep up. You always keep up on the times when you beat these systems, because I got an Xbox One X, which is a bit more powerful than Xbox One and Xbox One S. Okay, so you see how they come with these versions and stuff, but they can't make up their mind. They should just keep it one system, you know. But they're trying to break it down and stuff like that for people who can't afford it, and it's nice. That's nice. But please, just get the biggest things. Just save up your money and get the bigger thing, okay? Because if you buy Xbox One S, I said, why the hell would you just buy a system you can only digitally download games? Okay, you want to have versatility with your system. You want to have your disc and you want to have that just in case. But other than that, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? I think it's better to spend more money than, like, when this Xbox One X this series come out, and it's not $700 or $600, don't get it. It's supposed to be $700, $600. Okay, because I'm just saying it like it is, because I'm like, if the system was only 400, they took things out. Okay, there's not, you know, something's burnt out. And you know what happened with the 360? It kept having the red ring of death. Okay, and I had two systems. I
hated that ring of death. I hated that.
Yeah, I had to go online. It was a hard, arduous job just to get all my old games, put them on my new system. But then they say some of the games cannot be played because another problem with the digital downloads is that you only have rights to that game only on that system. Remember me here. Right. Only on that system that you downloaded. You better read the fine print. But you know how long and arduous that jargon is. I don't feel like reading all that bullshit. But I better be able to play my shit offline, because that's the problem. People don't understand the difference between offline and online, and I'm pretty sure a lot of crackers do. Okay, but other than that, I'm not gonna be paying no $30-something on this game, and then I bought this game. and they should just give me a basic policy permanent number because I own that game. And if I want to take that policy number and transfer it, I can. But the only way to update that information is to be online. No, I don't want it that way. I want it through the hard drive transfer kits. You take that hard drive hit, it should be versatile, but these systems are not versatile as much as they're supposed to be. It is milking everybody, and I don't like that shit, man. So go ahead. What do you think about that? What's going on?
Personally, they should just have the game disc instead of digital download. Like the game I have on right now, the game I told you, it's digital download. Sometimes it freezes a little bit, but sometimes it just plays a little better. The digital download, they don't really have everything on the digital download. They have just like some type of like demo stuff on there.
I'm talking about when I say digital download, I'm talking about you purchasing the whole game. Okay, because that's what's on Xbox One X. I can see purchase this whole game for this, and with this different versions, there's the regular version, and then there's the extended version or some shit like that, and then that is what you're supposed to pay for. Don't pay for the regular.
The extended version, they still don't have everything on the digital download. They don't. On the disc,
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I just like if you see two versions of it, and you can see the gigabytes rise.
Right.
Okay, on both of the versions, then obviously probably all of the stuff is there until later. They may come out with some DLC. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. I would just get the game disc. If it take up a whole lot of space on your game system or your PC, I just get the game disc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what else is on your mind you like to talk about? So those things I want to talk about on the next stream if we do one. And anybody who want to do a stream, you contact me, we talk, and then we'll do a stream together, okay? And as I said before, anybody who's on my stream, if your internet is fucked up, I get tired of like doing that, trying to mess with you got stuff going on in the background and stuff, and you ain't got nothing to say, you ain't paying attention, okay? It's usually going to be blocked off. You're just going to be kicked off until the next day or some other part during the time. On Facebook, they're improving little by little, okay? I sometimes do a live video feed up on there. But I don't do any video chat no more because it messes up the audio. Remember that time you came on my Facebook?
Yeah.
I listened to the video, right? Because I always listen to my videos.
Right.
And I found out after you came on, it's mute. It's muted for a while. And then the volume increases. Sometimes there's a static effect and there's also a feedback loop. But you can still hear the video. It's just that it destroys the quality of the video. You know what I'm saying? Mankind has not reached the peak of its fucking technology. Yes, indeed. But I enjoy talking to you all of the time, man, Jordan D. I hope everything going fine with you. I've been talking for over an hour, 18 minutes. Oh shit. Okay. But
I'm ready for the gym to go back up, man, because the whole virus thing, I can't go back to the gym like I used to now. So I had to stay with walking and just basically just eating right, of course. Get back in there, pump some iron, and I'm good, man.
That's a good thing. Let me see. That's a good thing to talk about here. Let me see. Isolation. Okay. Isolation. That's why I say people come on here, always have a piece of paper or a notepad or pens or something like that to write things down. Because when you start talking about things, it's always something interesting to talk about. And I love you all, but I hate the many of you. Thanks for joining the show, Jordan D.
You're welcome.
And of course, you are welcome to contact me. And if you want to start a stream tomorrow, Jordan D, we can. Just contact me. And I will talk to you later. Okay?
All right.
You have a good day.
You too. See you later.
Later. So, boys and girls, as you should already know, that is part of my stream, which is excellent and awesome, like a motherfucker, right? And if I told you before, if you are a stick in the mud, you're sensitive, and you like me saying the word cracker, nigga, and some shit like that, get the fuck out of it. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here, right? Because people gotta wake up from that shit, y'all gotta stop getting out of If someone calls you a name, call them a name back. Okay. If you have to raise your fucking fist at someone because they called you a name, your mind is fucking weak. Your fucking mind is weak. Now, if we being out there, we trying to be civil and shit like that, you can still do it too. But don't defamate someone's character. Defamate. Don't shit on their character because you can get sued for it, especially if you're a rich person. Okay. But of course, as I said before, you know how I feel about this Black Lives Matter thing. I'm not a coon. Okay. And don't talk about me. Okay. Don't talk about me, and I won't talk about you. Okay. And of course, we're gonna talk about in the next video if we can, making love versus sex through a video stream. Okay. And of course, we're gonna talk about what else is to talk about? Texting men. Who are the indigos? The stuff that is perpetual. Everybody always talks about these things over and over again. There's new things to talk about out there. But sometimes I like to change it up by giving health information like hemp milk and coconut milk, stuff that I never experienced before. Okay. And I also want to talk about what this no knock is. What the fuck is the no knock? How do you enter someone's domain with a no knock a warrant? Okay, that's fucking weird. So I gotta circle that shit down here, yeah, guys. What the fuck is a no knock? I never heard of that before. Let me circle this too. Making love versus having sex, and I encourage everyone to basically do the same as I'm doing. And of course, and black on black crime. We talked about that. Giving more. I talk about all those things. And who are the indigo? And there's like about 5 things I can talk about. And then you can talk about things. And that's how my fucking videos work. I love you all, but I hate the many of you. Okay, please understand. I'm not your average man. I'm not your beat up hand. And I shaved my nose hairs. I shaved my nose hairs, you guys. My wife is still alive. I isolated myself even more. Okay, she helps me out. She pays a little bit. If she don't pay this, I'll be back over the house because she be harassing me and shit. Because she stole things that she wasn't supposed to. Let me see. What did you say? Thanks for the knowledge, brothers. Okay. Yes. Talk to me in Mandell Evans. So if you want to get on the stream with me, you can. I do not invite unexpected guests on my stream. And thank you very much, Charlotte Swan, for watching me. Okay. Food from the earth. Okay, you said something here. Food from the earth. And of course, yes. Did you know there used to be a manna tree in this planet? Okay, the manna tree makes people live to the age of 600 years old. But if you just look up the Devil's Tower, you'll find out this is true. And people don't like to do any research because the people are too focused on an external God rather than an internal God. And they're too focused on religion to help anybody or do anything. No one wants to worry about their own family members or themselves. I say, fuck everybody. Okay? Fuck everybody. Fuck you. If you don't believe what I'm saying, that I'm God. I'm Jesus. I have no sins in my guys. Blasphemy, motherfucker. Blasphemy, motherfucker. Do my voice sound fucking monotone? But of course, let me get on out of here now. I gotta go shopping and get some chairs and some barbecue and shit and kill myself, right? I remember the movies is called Push. You remember the Push? When that woman had that power, she said, kill yourself. I said, oh shit, I don't want that power. I don't want that motherfucking power. Because I'll be telling people all of the time, kill yourself. And I'll be the only one existing. Woo! But nobody's going to reach as far in this video. Nobody watches all my videos like that because I'm an indigo child. I'm a Jesus. Okay, I tell the truth and nobody listens, but they want to do what they want to do, right, motherfucker? Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. Like down to my page. Follow. Goodbye. Goodbye, motherfucker.